Hello again, dudes and dudettes. Welcome back to I'm the Dude Games. My name is I'm the Dude 5. And we are finally, after quite a long time after its initial release, in 2018, going to tackle Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4. Sorry about that. I must have waited too long on the start screen there, but so this game was originally released in 2005, and it was remade and remastered in its entirety for the PlayStation 4 in 2018. I believe it was re-released for the PS4, I believe, in April of last year. Back when my laptop recording software and my Elgato were still working. Come on, man, stupid game. Go ahead and start a new game plus here, since I have already played through all of this game and beaten it. Is there a way for me to start a new save slot? Or no, actually, sorry, maybe not April, but February of...
Yeah, it was a little after we did.
Wow, okay. Came out in February of 2018. We don't need to Ocarina of Time master mode this. I initially meant to cover this game once it released, but I wanted to play through it first just to get a full grasp on the game and how to beat all the different Colossi first, so that way I didn't look like a total noob doing it for the first time. But I got caught up with so many other games at the time, especially my LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 series, and then once my equipment took a crap and I had to go back to live streams, I had to try to really narrow and focus down on what I really wanted to do and finish first. And so, now that I've been back to live streams, I've been able to kind of focus on maybe one or two series at a time. I just recently finished Marvel Spider-Man and all the DLC for it, and I yesterday recently started my Kingdom Hearts 3 series, and I promised you guys that I would run Shadow of the Colossus remake alongside Kingdom Hearts 3, just because they are both games that have stood the test of time and are very, very popular among maybe not so much casual gamers, but nostalgic hardcore gamers out there. Are diehard fans of both franchises, and both have stood the test of time in popularity, as well as just being very, very great games. I'd have to read up more on the history and the team behind this game, Team Ico. They made a couple other games. They made one game before this one. None of them are really, like, interconnected as far as story, characters, or plot. There are some similarities between, I think, the game Ico and also Shadow of the Colossus. There are some similarities, but I don't really think they're all very interconnected as far as plot or anything. I'd have to read up more on the history and on the team behind these games. There are Easter eggs in some of the games, though. So basically, we are this boy, kind of dubbed Wander, and apparently this girl that who's dead, he's trying to bring back her soul and bring her back to life, and he ends up bringing her and trespassing upon the Forbidden Lands from where he comes from. He doesn't come from the Forbidden Lands, but where they come from. Entering the land that they're currently in, the land of the Colossi, is strictly forbidden by their people because of the evil that lurks there. That place began from the resonance of intersecting points. They are memories replaced by ends and not and etched into stone. Blood, young sprouts, sky. And the one with the ability to control beings created from light. In that world, it is said that if one should wish it, one can bring back the souls of the dead. But to trespass upon that land is strictly forbidden, says the big foreboding wooden bear mask, speaking in a foreign language I don't understand. None of these people speak English, by the way. But that's cool, you know, it's not like any other game out there, you know, although there are subtitles to translate automatically. She think I'm a noble steed. Uh-oh. Shadow puppets. Those wouldn't be heartless, would they? Because I think that's breaking down barriers between games. Kingdom Hearts came out, I think, actually, no, I think Kingdom Hearts, I think the first Kingdom Hearts came out around the same time, if not a little bit before Shadow of the Colossus. Thou possess the ancient sword. So thou art mortal. Are you dormant? I was told that in this place, at the ends of the world, there exists a being who can control the souls of the dead. Bless you. Thou art correct. We are the one known as Dorman. She was sacrificed for she had a cursed fate. Please, I need you to bring back her soul. He clearly cares enough about her to try to resurrect her. We just don't know who they are specifically. Just that she's a maiden and he's a boy who cares for her. That maiden's soul, souls that are once lost cannot be reclaimed. Is that not the law of mortals? With that sword, however, it may not be impossible. Really? That is, of course, if thou manage to accomplish what we asketh, speaking in Shakespearean tongues in a mixture of languages that sound distinctly Asian. Behold the idols that stand along the wall. Thou art to destroy all of them with your sword. But those idols cannot be destroyed by the mere hands of a mortal. You sure? Because, I mean, all I need was, like, maybe like a really big chisel and a hammer. And I think I'd be good. Then what am I to do? In this land there exist Colossi that are the incarnations of those idols. If thou defeat those Colossi, the idols shall fall. I understand. Yes, it's a very simple plot. But heed this. The price you pay may be heavy indeed. It doesn't matter. I love her. And I will bring her back. Very well. Oh, sorry I'm yawning so much. I don't want to have face cam active for this either, because the visuals and landscape of this, the sheer size of this game, I just want to capture all of it on screen. Raise thy sword by the light, and head to the place where the sword's light gathers. There thou shalt find the Colossi thou art to defeat. Well, okay then. Whatever you say, big voice in the sky. Wow.
Agro.
Agro. And my trusty steed, Agro. So, I did beat this game once before, on just normal difficulty. With New Game Plus on any game, usually whatever you earned from the previous game that you played, you get to carry over into your New Game Plus. So, like I said before, I'm going to feature the first 2 Colossi of the game in this very first episode. And then after that, I will do 1 Colossi per episode. It'll keep the streams a little shorter. It would make a little bit more sense and be a little easier if I were actually recording these episodes, and then editing them professionally, but I'm doing what I can. So each of these videos is going to feature each of the Colossi by name, and those names are a combination of names that were made up by fans with a mixture of what's the language? Latin. They're Latin-based names, mixed with names that fans kind of made up for the Colossi themselves. They're not completely official, but the names themselves do sound very cool, and they are very befitting of each Colossi individually. I do have to say really quick, though, that when you're riding on horseback, and this looks fan-freaking-tastic, by the way, when you're riding on horseback and you raise your sword and the beam of light shows up, every time I do that, it distinctly reminds me of the scene from Return of the King where Gandalf is galloping on horseback across the fields in front of Minas Tirith, and he raises his staff and emits a beam of light to ward off the Nazgul. That always reminds me of that. And I just wanted to kind of point that out for, you fellow nerds like me. I'm sure you'll get the reference. I gotta kind of remember the controls here. I think... So I hold on with R2. There we go. I switch weapons with the... Okay. Okay. So I have a fair bit more amount of stamina from my first completion than I did the first time I played this game, so some of these some of these boss fights should be a little bit easier to manage with more stamina. But you gotta be careful still. Hey, Big Palooka. Over here. Hello. It really is scary going up against these things. There's a wound on the back of his calf here. You get him. There we go, that'll make him kneel. So that way I can climb up him here. Oh, shit, that was my chance. And I missed it. Crap! Come on, Neil. I gotta climb up his big hairy ass. Whew. This kid's a skilled climber, I'll give him that. Kind of brace myself here. Whoop! Hold on for dear life. Whoa! That was a big hit. That was a little too easy. I don't know if I got a stronger sword or not. I think I might have. I didn't get the Sword of Dorman. That takes him out, I think, in like each of them in one hit. One or two, anyway. I am on a New Game Plus, but I am only playing on normal, so that was actually pretty easy. As the tendril-like blood escapes him and penetrates my body for some strange reason that's unexplained, probably till the end of the game. And I'm transported back through this ethereal butthole to the temple I started in. Doesn't it look like a... looks like a really dank, dark, slimy butthole. Oh, God. Games like these, they always spark my memory of like when I first like found out about this game, and then it also reminds me of just like other things. Games like this that bring up all sorts of nostalgia for me, they always hold like a special place, you know, in my heart, in my head. And it's a very different, interesting kind of puzzle solving. Each Colossi is different from the last. You know, and it gets progressively more challenging each time. And there's a bunch of different challenges you can take on too, with like hard time attacks, and if you complete the game on hard mode and do all the hard time attacks with each Colossi and beat it, you like get all the different trophies and stuff like that, and it's just really challenging. It's interesting to challenge yourself that way. Alright, who's wailing on the organ in the background? This ain't no church. Thy next foe is John Cena! In the seaside cave, it moves slowly. I had to do that. Raise thy courage to defeat it. All it takes is courage? Okay.
I'm not afraid of you.
I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody.
Don't take my hand.
We'll do this together. Anyway.
No, you just got hit with some Slim Shady.
Come here. Come here, horsey. I love the fact that his horse's name is Aggro. Alright, so that was Valus. That was the very first Colossi, and, very first Colossus. When I'm referring to them as plural, it's Colossi. So, fairly easy, especially if you've already completed the game and maybe have a more powerful sword and better strength unlocked and all that stuff. It's a little bit easier to do. There are little tips and tricks and different trophies you can earn for beating each Colossus a certain way. The third one, yeah, Gaius, resist the wrist. That's definitely something I want to do. And there's a way to do it. It's not that difficult, but it can be if you don't really know what you're doing. So the second Colossus is down here. To cross this bridge. By the way, the bridge that you take to get into this realm is massive. Look at that bridge off to the right. The sheer scale of this world is immense. And it's so gorgeous remastered on the PS4. Games like this, it's like, it's unforgettable. This is why I'm a gamer. Games like these are why I'm a gamer. One of the many reasons. But it's one of the fundamental reasons why I'm a gamer is like games like these. They're just phenomenal. This is one of the very few games that's like I have pretty much nothing bad to say about it. Plus, riding on horseback like this kind of reminds me of Zelda. I still really want to play Breath of the Wild, but I need to get at least a Wii U to play that. Don't really have the money. I don't really want to get a Switch. The system itself seems too gimmicky to me. But, I don't know. It's the most recent Nintendo consoles, and I don't know. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know. Personally, I really don't want one. There's too many games still for the Wii U that I want to play that aren't going to be available for the Switch, I don't think. I believe he resides in this cave right here. Well, hello.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Alright, time to get off, horsey. I gotta switch to my bow and arrow. Hello. Ah! Don't step on me! Don't step or poop on me. I will shoot you. Alright, that got him to kneel. I am way off. Alright, come on, baby. There we go. Alright. he staggers for a little bit of time, you know, enough time for you to try to climb on him. But you want to, when you stagger these things in order to try to climb on them, you want to try to be a lot closer than that. I'm going to regain some stamina back, and then I'm going to climb along his side to his tail, or where his tail would be. Kinda running low on running mid to low. Don't shake your haunches here, big boy. I just need to get on your ass. Yee! So you can shine the sword's light on their weak spots before you get to them. You don't really have to. Ah! No! 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 Don't you dare fall off. Once you have the sword equipped... Ah! Once you have the sword equipped, wherever you are on its body, if you're near one of the weak spots, it'll highlight automatically for you. Like that. Oh, hello. Alright. A couple more hits, probably. And it's gonna shaky. You gotta have one hell of a grip. I remember my fiance watching me play this entire game beforehand, and she was just... Both of us were just on the edge of our seat with each Colossi. It was ridiculous. Some of them were more challenging than others, and since it was my first time playing through it, it was just really interesting to try to figure out each one by myself. I had to watch walkthroughs of some of them just to figure it out, at least. Because each one has its weak spot that you have to exploit. And down goes Quadratus. Ow. I'm already 2 Colossi in, and I'm already getting sick of being tentacle raped by black bloody goo. And each time these shadow puppets are standing over me, I'm slowly but surely becoming a Heartless again. like a Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm kidding. They do look like humanoid Heartless, I swear to God, though. They really do. I'm wondering if, like, the makers behind... I wonder if Square Enix kind of got the idea for, like, Heartless, some of the Heartless, based on those shadow puppets from Shadow of the Colossus. Wouldn't surprise me. This game is very successful, very popular. Thy next foe is... A giant canopy soars to the heavens. The anger of the sleeping giant shatters the earth. Alrighty then. So, those are the first 2 Colossi of Shadow of the Colossus, Valus and Quadratus. And in the next episode, we are going to be taking on Gaius. And there is a trophy to be earned by climbing onto him and defeating him without breaking his wrist guard. And you guys will see what I mean in the next episode. So, in the meantime, guys, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. My name has been I'm the Dude 5. This is I'm the Dude Games. Please subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon for notifications. Like this video as well as any others of mine that you may enjoy, including the one I provide in the annotations on screen. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'll provide a link in the description below. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. As always, stay classy. I will see you all out there in the Forbidden Lands.